Hey Sag, welcome back to another reading here. I'm looking over your cards. I have your song for you and it's Promise by Jagged Edge. I feel like you should look at that video because I feel like that's more of the message, the story in the video than it is the words of the song. And so I feel like right now for you, Sag, I'm hearing two storylines. One is that somebody's come back into your life and maybe they're making some kind of promises or offering something to you, but there's a distance between what they're offering and what they're actually doing. Okay? And you might feel, okay, with this Three of Pentacles, you're building something, Sag. You are building something. You see how she's building something and there's people watching in the background? I feel like, Sag, you may have a few options when it comes to your love life. And I'm also hearing career. So let's go back to love life. You might have a couple options here with your love life. And one of these options you might feel with this Page of Cups and this Lover's card that it's where your heart's at and what you feel connected to, Sag. But this person is not ready for what you are offering. And when I'm looking at this Death card, look at this, how crazy this Death card is. It's like you have this mayonnaise or Miracle Whip or whatever the heck it is in here. And this person, like if you see the stuff around it, this person may be making a sandwich, right? And might have went to get the Miracle Whip and it's bad. It's, there's flies around it. It's old. Something's wrong with it. So, and for some of us, we don't like sandwiches without Miracle Whip or mayonnaise, right? So you might feel like not having this person in your life might feel empty. You might feel alone. This person might be one of the only people that you feel really truly gets you or understands you or makes you feel alive or feel connected. Because I do feel like there's a sense of loneliness here with this Three of Pentacles. Because there's people that you're building something, Sag, within yourself. You're building some kind of foundation within yourself that I feel is going to bring you fulfillment, but it's a process. So you're working on something. Some of you, it's your career with this cultivating prosperity. Like you're laying some kind of foundation and you're working on yourself right now. Even though at times I feel like with this Five of Cups, you might feel alone. You might feel like you're not being understood or nobody gets you right now. For some of you, you're in a relationship where you don't feel so connected and there's a person from the past and you felt a connection with that person, but there was always something missing with that person. Like you felt the connection, the emotional connection, spiritual connection, but on a practical level, it didn't make sense and it didn't add up, right? So here you have this person that you don't feel as connected to, and then this person who you feel connected to because you're thinking back on the past of how you felt that energy, right? And that might make you sad a little bit because you feel alone. But I'm seeing that with this Eight of Swords let me look at this card for a second and try to understand. With this Eight of Swords, I'm seeing don't be afraid that you're not going to experience the love that you're looking for, Sag. You are going to experience. There is a process that is happening with you right now that is aligning you with the life that you desire, okay? And when you're attracting something, whether it's your career, it's your money, or a relationship, sometimes there's a distance between where you are and where you want to be. And when you're manifesting that, like when your soul is getting you ready for something with this sun card, like you got some beautiful cards here. You got, look at this, the sun, the star, the lovers, and you also have the death. You have 4 major arcana cards right now, like 4 majors. So this is pretty big. This is huge. As far as your soul's growth and what you're accomplishing. And I do feel like with this star and the lovers, you are going to get the wish fulfilled. Like you're going to get what you want, guys. You just have to hold on and hang in there and avoid going back to the past right now. Like avoid entertaining anybody or anything that would hinder what you're building. Even if you feel connected to this person right now, I see you need to have a laser focus on what it is you're building, because I think deep down you know that that something is happening within you. You're changing, you're maturing, you're growing. And a lot of times the other thing, with this 5 of Cups is you may feel like your life is not looking the same anymore. Like your friends, your family, relationships are not on the same level, and this is making you feel alone because you're right in that place where the old life and the new life, you're like right there in between, but you're closer to the new life. So there's that space, but the thing is that space you can create a hell of a lot. Even though right now it might not feel like that and it might feel lonely, that is the space where anything can be created, where new life is. And because think of it, like when you're in the old life, it feels like a cycle that just keeps going over and over and over again that you can't get out of. And you're not quite in the new life to where you've reached new ground and now you got to figure things out, but you're creating that new life. So you don't have to repeat that cycle anymore. And now you're creating something new you're creating this new life for this new you, for this much more mature you, right? So I'm seeing to just hold tight and just avoid going back using this mayonnaise that's old. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Not yet. This person has not proven themselves. If it doesn't make sense, it just doesn't make sense. Right? Like, I'm all about the spiritual connections, but the practical is important too. And if the two don't line up, you've got to honor that. You've got to see it as it is and not try to make it fit where it doesn't fit because it's not time. And this person, on this card, it says everything expires. Like wow. On this card, on this death card, it says everything expires. Like everything has to change, right? And sometimes if you, like, let's just say you would go ahead and use the mayonnaise anyway after the expiration date, when it's should have been thrown a long time ago, you could get sick, right? So you don't want to keep recycling what's not working for you, even if you're feeling pulled back to the past, because you don't want it to get in the way of what's coming in your future, right? So I'm going to leave that with you, Sag. If you'd like to take a deeper look into your situation, my information's down below, and I'll talk to you soon.